Hey, it's the gym. Today is November 2nd, at least for the next hour and 13 minutes, and 2012. And I had a YouTube video on my to-do list, and so I didn't want to go to bed tonight without knocking it out off my to-do list because I didn't want it to carry over until tomorrow. I am amped, but I'm tired. Today was the first night of Gems International Incorporated second annual Women's Work Weekend. Our theme this year is the conversation. Let's talk about it. And basically, it's bringing women together to have conversations about what's important. Bringing women together to talk about the stuff that's real, the stuff that we go through, and how to get to the next level. We never really arrive in life. I don't care what you were blessed with. I don't care what you have. I don't care how far you've come. We really never get to a point in life where we're done. We've arrived. There's no more left to do. So our mission is to unite women to exchange, to promote exchanges of wisdom that will contribute to the quality of lives in our homes, in our communities, and ultimately in society. And so tonight was night one, and a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, mostly mine, especially tears because I really do labor over this event, this being our second one. Really just want it to be all that God has intended for every woman that walks in that door to get, whether it's a vendor, whether it's a speaker, whether it's a moderator, whether it's somebody who paid to register and attend. So I really do take it seriously, and it's a heavy charge for me. So by the time we actually get to it, I'm usually exhausted. I've usually been through every emotion known to man. God and I have usually had some tough conversations. He in an attempt, I believe, to get me to trust him all the more, although I trust him with everything, but to get me to that next level, because again, like I said, we never arrive. I believe that he uses this event every year to grow my faith, to allow me to see that no matter what I see leading up to this event, it's going to be what he's called it to be, and that when it's his will, it's his bill, and he's going to cover expenses. He's going to make sure the right people are in the room. And tonight was really amazing, and I don't say that because it's something that I put together, because I really can't take credit. He points me in a direction. He sends the vendors. He sends the speakers. He sends the registrants. I've had people pay and not show up. I had people that didn't register show up tonight. So he really is in control as far as who's in the building and who does what. Sorry, I just hit something on the phone. And just to see the vendors, the moderators that were able to come tonight, my board members, and the people who came, who registered to come tonight, just to see how there was, even the photographer who happened to be a male, so he was like the only male there because it's a women's conference, just how one connection after another in that room tonight. You know, I truly am humbled that God has chosen me as the vessel to bring forth such a movement. And from day one, it's been a movement. It's not something that I did just to make money, or it's not something I did because it looked good. It really was a movement. God showed me and told me, and through a lot of things, experiences and conversations with him in prayer and fasting, that the state of our community really does rest on us as women. As our call to action says, that the man is the head of the household, but the woman sets the tone. And what we pour out, what's in us, we pour out. And what we pour out into our children, we pour out into our mates, we pour out into the people we work with, we pour out to the person at the gas station, we pour out to the person in the grocery store. And if we're not constantly cleansing our spirit, we become toxic. We cannot avoid adverse situations. We can't avoid sickness. We can't avoid death. We can't avoid trials and tribulations. But it's how we deal with them. And if we allow them to kind of deal with us as opposed to us dealing with them, if we allow them to stick around longer than necessary, then it taints us and it makes us toxic. And we then pour that into something else. I always use the analogy of I always use the analogy of washing a pitcher and not rinsing all the soap out, and then putting water into that pitcher, and then in turn pouring a glass of water for everybody that you love and that you come in contact with. And you're drinking that water and they're drinking that water. And I don't know if anybody's ever drank soapy water before, but you will get some serious diarrhea that you've never seen in your life. And that's the equivalent of the toxicity that sometimes we pour into those who are around us and who we love. So I wanted to do this video. I wanted to kind of recap. I wanted to kind of be able to look back next year when I'm maybe looking at things and saying, oh Lord, why do I do this every year? I can watch this video. Somebody who's seen it can remind me. So I'm excited because once this weekend is over, then I can really get back to my coaching and my relationship and dating coaching and my teleseminars and those things. But for right now, for this weekend, I'm always and forever going to be Felicia TheGem, but for this weekend, I'm Felicia TheGem, and her role is the founding visionary of Gems International Incorporated. I pray that if you didn't make it out to Women's Worth Weekend tonight, you can make it out tomorrow. If you can't make it out tomorrow, put it on your calendar right now for next year. It's going to be November 1st and 2nd next year, 2013. We usually try to keep the registration between $50 to $65, but that includes both days. Tonight we had line dancing. We had so many things going on. We had vendors, so it's a really fun. You get to eat, you get to fellowship, you get to kind of hang out, you get to network, and it's 2 days. So it's 3 or 4 hours on Friday, and then like 6 or 7 hours on Saturday. So mark your calendars, November 1st and 2nd, 2013. I will be back when I'm more coherent to speak on some other things, but I hope that I will see you guys. Don't forget to visit the Gems website, www.gemsinternational.weebly.com. That's www.gemsinternational.weebly.com. My website is www.feliciathegem.com. You can find out about my coaching, what it means for me to be a spiritual midwife, a coach, a motivator, an inspiration. And that's it. I am going to handle a few things for tomorrow. I love the details of event planning, and that's why I do some event planning. So I'm going to handle a few details for tomorrow for my moderators and my guests tomorrow. And then I'm going to bed because I got to be at the venue at 9 o'clock. Good night.